Hey guys, I didn't have a very good night, so I'm going to make a video in bed right now. Um, I have anxiety. I've always had anxiety, and it's never been this bad before that I can remember. I know that when I was a kid, I had anxiety about going to school, but I'd come home and it would go away. Maybe I'd have it, early in the morning, laying in bed. It would wake me up, and because I knew school was coming and I didn't want to go. In high school, I had anxiety. I had a few panic attacks that I went to the hospital for. But I was able to pull myself out of those times and kind of learn um, techniques to manage my anxiety so that they didn't completely take over my life. And I was even, when I see everyone around me that has anxiety and they choose to stay home, or they choose to like not drive or not get a job or whatever, I would think to myself, like, you can get through this. It's something that you can get past. You just have to kind of do the work. You have to get your head right. You have to get in a good mindset and not let your anxiety consume you, not give in to the anxiety. Well, now here I am experiencing major anxiety, not being able to sleep every night. It's affecting my digestive system. So I wake up in the middle of the night all the time to go to the bathroom because my stomach is just, it's a stress stomach. And so I'm constantly having that urge to, you know, have diarrhea. Um, and so I feel I didn't notice it getting to this point, but now looking back, um, I can see in the past year and a half, the habits I've been setting up and how anxiety has been steering my life, but I haven't noticed it. And I've just kind of been allowing it to get to this point. And now that I'm here, it's very difficult for me. I've never been on any sort of medication, especially, um, an antidepressant. My, I've never like had my mom or my brothers or, anyone close to me be on an antidepressant before, I don't think. So it's just kind of like that taboo of be careful taking that, what's it going to do to you? It's going to mess up your head. And it's been really like tripping out my mind. And so, but the other day, or I should say like a month ago, I I had been having IBS symptoms. Okay, rewind to like 3 months ago. I had IBS like symptoms that were just consistent, and it was giving me anxiety because I didn't know what was wrong with me. I had a stomach bug, and then those symptoms like never went away as far as going to the bathroom. And so I was like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? And I guess it's really health anxiety that gets to me, but I ended up going to the emergency room after like struggling with that for a week and a half, with the anxiety around it. And of course, nothing was wrong that they could see. Um, and that prompted me to then get serious about my anxiety and schedule an appointment with a therapist and start doing therapy. So I've been in therapy for, yeah, about 3 months now. And honestly, I I can't say that it's really helped my anxiety. What it has helped is it has helped me notice all of the things that I've been doing, and it's helped me realize that I'm not doing the things that I want to be doing. I guess what it's done is it's made me realize all of the ways that my anxiety is affecting my life, that I haven't been aware of or that I've been ignoring while I've been letting anxiety kind of run my life. So that also has been hard, just to come to the realization that there's nothing wrong with me that a doctor can fix. It's in my head. It's my head that has to change. Um, so after like a month and a half of doing therapy, and then I would, I wasn't, I had that one panic attack that I went to the hospital for, but I really didn't have panic attacks other than that. I just experienced like regular anxiety, but I was getting panic attacks like more often, like maybe once a week, and that was really abnormal. I hadn't experienced a panic attack since high school, so it's been over 10 years since I had dealt with a panic attack. And now they're coming on frequently, and my anxiety is like always there. And I can't quite put my finger on like what specifically is causing it. So then it's like, okay, well, I can try not to be stressed out about this or try to, solve this problem over here. But I don't know what that problem is. So how do I fix it? So I finally decided to reach out to my doctor and say, hey, this is what I've been dealing with, and I'm seeing a therapist right now, but I think I am ready to also try some medicine. And so he prescribed me an antidepressant, and I, of course, watched all the YouTube videos I could and did my research and scared myself out of taking it. So I never took it. It's just been like on my nightstand. He also prescribed Xanax, and I'm too scared to take that, so I didn't take that. And then a month went by, so this was like last week, and I had another kind of panic attack, and I woke up and I was just like, I just can't do this anymore. I just can't continue living like this. This isn't my life. I'm not living who I am. These scratch marks on my nose are from my baby because he honks my nose, like does honk honk, and his nails get me. So they look bad, but they're there for really sweet reasons. Anyways, so I've had good days and bad days, and up until recently I've been okay during the day. It's just like even falling asleep is fine, and I'll stay asleep for a few hours, but then around 4 o'clock I'll start to wake up and have like the racing thoughts, which turn into the anxiety, and then I'll just be up for a few hours until I wake up, get out of bed. But now, the last week I've been experiencing it like throughout the day, and last night I didn't sleep at all, and I'm just not getting good sleep. I'm just like, I'm starting to get into that mentality of, I'm a part of a mom's group, but I'm thinking of quitting because it's too much for me, but I know it's good for me, and I know it's what I want to do. And there's things that I want to do with my kids, but I'm not out there doing them. Instead, I'm laying down in bed because my mind just stuck. So I picked up medicine from my doctor again. I asked for a different type of antidepressant, one that was more familiar to me, as far as ones that like some moms around me have taken that have helped them, that they weren't on for a long period of time. They just needed a little bit of help. So I picked that up, and I took the first dose this past week, and a couple hours after taking it, I had taken it before bed. A couple hours after taking it, I woke up and I just had like an insane panic attack, and I actually got so nervous that I took out the Xanax that I had been having in my closet for over a month at this point, not touching because I was too afraid to take it. And at that point I just took some. I took half of a dose, and it didn't really help, but just I'm not quite sure. I was for sure thinking that the medicine was making me have this panic attack, but um, to those around me, I think that they think it's probably just my anxiety giving me the panic attack because I was already so afraid to take it. But anyways, did not take the next dose after that. I took the pill that one time and decided I was never, ever, ever going to do that again, and I'll figure this out on my own. And I'm going to try all these different things. Like, I'm just going to let it sit with me. I'm going to just accept the anxiety, and I'm going to just, continue on with my life and just let it be there and not get stuck on it. But I mean, okay, I can do that, but here it comes. It's coming back again. It's coming back again. It's coming back again. And it's coming to you while you're sleeping. You know what? I can't give up my whole night. Like at this point, I have headphones in my ears listening to meditations at night just to help me try to stay asleep. I can't stay asleep, just to try to help me stay calm while I'm in bed. So I'm not tossing and turning and feeling nauseous and want to throw up or have to run to the bathroom or, just these uncomfortable feelings. So it was a rough week, but I'm at that point again where I see my pattern. I see my pattern. I see my pattern. And I know that if I can get through the first couple of weeks of taking this, I'll feel better. And I have to decide, like, is it worth getting through the first couple of weeks of side effects to feel better, more like myself? Or do I just want to not take it, say that I can do this on my own, and prolong my recovery by just laying in bed every night, anxious as can be, and hiding from the world and withdrawing from the world, because I'd rather do that than take medication. So I want to do this for my family because I don't want to stress them out anymore. I know that my children are experiencing anxiety, and I can't help them if I'm anxious. What am I going to say? I know what to say to them. I know what I want to say. I say what I think are the right things, but how does a child take something like that from someone who is themselves struggling with anxiety and doesn't have their anxiety under control? So I need to fix my life so that I can help my children, and I am not going to be raising them in an anxious household. I refuse. So this is day one. My doctor had prescribed me 50 milligrams of the Zoloft, the generic sertraline or whatever. And I decided this time around I'm going to start with a half of a pill, so that's 25 milligrams. So I took half a pill this morning, and I'm hoping I don't have any major side effects. Specifically, please, I don't want to have more anxiety because I have enough right now. I just want to feel better. And yeah, I just decided other people's videos of them with their experiences going through the first week have given me the courage to get to this point. So I'm going to share my story and my journey in case it helps someone out there. And I'm sorry I'm crying so much, but I'm just ready to feel better. I'm ready to feel like myself again. So I'll have an update with how my first day went tomorrow. But the next pill has been taken, and I'm going to be committed, no matter how hard it is, to try this for at least a few weeks and see if it calms me down at all. Because I have a vacation coming up next month, and I want to enjoy it. I don't want to be like this when I'm there. And I'm already getting anxious about driving the 7 hours to get there, and I just want to enjoy it. So at this point, I realize that sometimes we need a little bit of help, that we are not capable of pulling ourselves out of a pit when we're there. Our minds just. I was watching a video the other day, and the therapist was saying, how you can't think your way out of a situation with the same mind that got you into that situation. You have to change that mind. And I've tried it with therapy, and I've tried it with, um, various self help things, yoga, meditation, hypnosis. Um, and now it has not helped, and I realize I need a different form of help, and that is the medication. So praying that it works for me and that it does make me feel better without too many serious side effects. So that is my story. Goodbye.